welcome to the world premiere, first ever episode 3 of Gears League and Xbox Podcast. I'm Tyler Bello.
This is Beto Kasai.
This is Quamalo, but I don't know, first premiere, is that like the first episode?
I say that every episode if you guys haven't caught on.
Makes me feel like we're in day one episode. That's fine.
It's the world premiere of each episode.
Excellent.
Each time.
Each time.
Yeah.
The world notice about it.
Yeah, yep. So, some news to get to, but first, what are we all playing? So, I'll go first because I'm going to be super annoying and girly about it. I love Destiny 2. No, I've been meaning to get back into Destiny for, probably years at this point. I just finally did it now. So, very, very happy with what I'm playing so far. It's a Halloween event. So, everything drops a bunch of candy and stuff. And so, it kind of got me motivated. It's got me, World of Warcraft vibes. And, there was, an event for every holiday. And if you get all the events, you got, a super rare mount. I'm hoping there's something similar in this. But so far, I'm just happy with the Halloween event so far. But the grind is awesome and real and fun. I like it. Having a lot of fun. I do have noticed, though, since I'm kind of newer to playing multiplayer on PC, the game kind of sucks if you don't have friends. I started jumping in, the public Discords, and it's a lot more fun when I have people that, care about my achievements, other than just me just going, hey, guys, I did this last night, and you're like, great, don't don't care. No.
Would you like some candies? It's Halloween.
So, need a lot of friends to do it, but it's actually pretty awesome. So, yeah, that's what I've been playing. How about you, Betel?
I'm just still playing a lot of Rocket League. Actually just cracked Diamond, so just working my way up to champion.
Do you enjoy being basic? No, I'm totally
He cracks diamonds.
Yeah, no, I'm
It's
kidding.
far from basic.
Besides that, I'm playing still a lot of Siege.
I just nonchalantly grabbed him by the dick and pulled him closer to the mic.
With his small voice.
Anyway, but yeah. Well, I'm glad you're still grinding away Rocket League. That's pretty cool. So, seemed like it's still vibrant, still going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think I completely off topic, but I don't know if I listened to a podcast, it was way back, Podcast Beyond. The owner of pretty much the founder of that company. The first game, I don't know if you guys did you ever play the first game, because Rocket League is technically a sequel to Superpower Battle, Superpower Battle Rocket, Superpower rocket cars and like that. And apparently I was listening to him talking about it. It was such a passion project for him, but he was just this little indie developer back then, just not knowing the future of his studio. It was kind of fun. And then he releases Rocket League, and then of course blows up. So I'm happy for him. I feel like I knew him before I knew him, even though he obviously doesn't know my name at all. But
He knows who I is.
Yeah, yep. So
It's kind of sad now that they're bought over by Epic.
oh,
They're
I mean,
actually-
is it sad, or is it hey, he got paid?
Yeah. I guess they kind of just mostly changed a lot of the in game tech. So there's crates in the game that more of the time you'd have to buy a battle pass in order to gain the keys. But now they're switching that whole system where they're changing everything to blueprints. We have to basically pay to open them, and then you get whatever that item is.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's really not the best way to kind of handle that situation, but I don't know. It's made a lot of people, especially in that community, pretty mad.
Yeah, that seems like going completely pay to play. Dang.
Give us the monies, we'll give you the games.
Dang, that
All of
sucks.
them.
I'm sorry that happened. Actually, that's not cool. But it seems especially since everyone's switching to battle passes. Why would Epic of all people switch to pay for everything? I don't know. It's weird. But they the founders of the battle pass. They can't. Yeah. Oh, what about you, Qual?
I'm gonna be generic. I actually feel like I'm betraying Xbox or PC. I've been hopping on my Switch a lot. I've been playing the Three Kingdoms, Fire Emblem Three Kingdoms.
I can't handle
You
this.
can't. Oh, titles having a stroke. But yeah, no, it's just something about handhelds. I kind of feel like handhelds might come back, but that's a topic for another time. But that's the game.
Actually, it's a topic for later today.
Oh
Yeah.
well,
Yeah. Oh shit.
I didn't even know the itinerary today. But yeah, no, I've been playing that, and then we were playing Mario Kart. I had some friends over, and I think the whole essence of having games is you are correct. Having friends and is much more fun because you feel you have a sense of value and achievement. I mean, I'm not a trophy chaser. I don't really care about the trophies, but the concept of having friends and then actually playing together, I think that's very important.
Do you hear this guy? Trophies and not achievements? He's playing on this Switch? I don't even...
No trophies or achievement points. At the end of the day, I don't want participation points. That's what I feel about.
That's funny.
Yes.
That's funny. Okay, cool. Well, hope you're enjoying it. How is Fire? It seems like a really fun game.
It's very intriguing because then you're obviously like no spoilers or anything, but you kind of have a sense of control of what you do during the game and your decisions matter. So I think I like games like that where the value of your choices actually affect other people. So that's it. No, without giving it up, it's a phenomenal game. So I'm not going to talk about anything else since I get excited about it. But it's one of those games like you put down and then you hop back on and you keep going for another 10 years. But it's a lot of fun. Like one eternity later. That's what usually happens with these games.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, so first item on the news list, not really news, I mean it's old news. Outer Worlds is out officially, and it launched into Xbox Game Pass. Lots of good info about it so far. Have any of you had a chance to play? I have definitely not had a chance to play it yet.
I have it downloaded, but I haven't actually.
So that's exactly the same.
I'm excited. I didn't even know it was on Xbox Game Pass.
Yep. Launched right into it. Yep.
I watched the first 25 minutes of a YouTube video of gameplay, and the story looks phenomenal. Like the first 5 minutes was captivating. I want to know what's gonna happen next.
Behind this, we have my download queue here, and actually, it's betraying me because it's not even showing it on there. But you're supposed to. Oh, there we go. It's 10:25 downloaded Outer Worlds. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't gotten to it yet.
Excellent. I'm gonna have to download that tonight then.
Oh yeah. It's what I've been hearing about it though. A lot of people like it, obviously, but apparently it's not. It's a big RPG. It looks like a big open world, but apparently it's only like 30 to 40 hours long.
I think it's good though because now I just feel like it's a game that's new, is refreshing. And, just play it, beat it, and then just let it go.
Exactly.
It's not like those games you put, like, thousands of hours in.
Which are good every now and then, right? But at the same time, it's like every game can't take 1,000 hours for me because I only have so many hours before I'm dead, right?
Exactly.
So, that is exactly what I'm thinking. Like, play it for a week, and then I think we can probably assume that. Because, like, I don't know, maybe Outer Worlds 2 is going to be an Xbox exclusive. Because remember, Microsoft owns Obsidian now, so... this is definitely the last game that's going to be on a PlayStation platform from Obsidian, but wouldn't that be kind of cool to get like a diet-sized Outer Worlds and maybe Outer Worlds 2?
I don't like diets, but that's great.
Maybe
it'd be a shitty game.
Well, maybe Outer Worlds 2 is like, the 100-hour adventure we're looking for.
It really just depends. It maybe like adding DLCs later on down the road would be better. But
you're right. Each DLC could be like 20 hours, right? Some of those Fallout DLCs, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, for sure. I can't wait to play that. Next up on the news list, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is out. And...
I forgot to say, that's one of the games I was playing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were telling me about that. Did you started the campaign, right? Because that's what I
started the campaign. Captain Price is just that guy.
Yeah. Here's the thing I heard looks about the campaign, because I've heard great things. Ryan McCaffrey at IGN, he says he loves it. He says it's the best campaign since Black Ops 1. But it almost looks a little bit like tropey superhero-y. Like, it doesn't look like it's any more military. It looks like it's just like, I'm going to go in with a plan, guys, but I'm not going to tell any of you what it is. Trust me. And then they go in. Because there's a scene where he's got his like hands up. Doesn't that just look like the moment where he's just like, hey, guys, I'm unarmed. I've got a plan. He pulls out his pistol and shoots them all somehow before they shoot him back. Like super campy. It's just like, this isn't really military.
He practiced for a long time.
I don't know. It just it's giving me kind of worrisome vibes, but I'm still excited to play it. Mainly campaign. Multiplayer I might play a little bit if enough people beg me to, but it's mainly just for the campaign for me. But apparently a lot of Russian bots are review bombing it, because obviously because Call of Duty still makes Russia is still the main enemy. Right. Apparently like a lot of like Russian bot accounts are like review bombing the crap out of it, trying to bring it down. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of sad, kind of funny. I don't know.
I was killing a lot of Russians in the game, though.
Yeah.
Well, maybe those are the guys. They were just upset.
Those are
the guys who created fake accounts.
Yeah, so
I understand.
It's funny they take political like a fence.
Right,
for all the video games
exactly.
they're making. It's like,
Why are you killing our people?
Fuck us, well fuck you.
Watch them come find us, give us bad reviews. It's fine. It's fine.
So anyway, so that's going up. Also, WWE 2K20 has been released. This is the first WWE game apparently in a while. I don't know how many years.
I think it's been W14, maybe?
Man, it could have
I think it's
been.
been after 14. I'm not
That
sure.
sounds about right. I think I remember it coming out like the new consoles, like when
Yeah.
nothing was
Yeah.
out. I think I do. I think that sounds right. So, it's out. Some people are pretty excited about it. It's got a solo mode, which apparently is that new? Like a solo career mode? Was that not? I have no idea.
I just know when you had WWE or whatever, or Raw, and then I used to play Sting, and I was like many ages ago, and I was still like 8th grade.
Fair
I didn't
enough.
play any wrestling games after that. Is Sting still alive? I don't even know. I don't even know.
With the world of wrestling, I feel like if he probably makes an appearance like every now and then and just beats everybody up. You know, just somehow
The
some
Undertaker,
80-year-old man is this point, just like with his
just come from
cane.
retirement homes.
Right, but anyway, apparently though, a major complaint from it is that it looks like absolute trash. Like apparently the graphics are just garbage.
Unacceptable.
Like Team Fortress 2 WWE.
oh my god.
So
Team Fortress, oh my god.
yeah, so like that's the main complaint I've heard about. I mean, if you're a WWE fan, I mean, I'm happy for you, but I'm happy you're getting a game at least, right? But I just wish someone would give a shit, you know? Like,
Your games need some love.
yeah.
Who's the developers of them?
Is it? I know 2K is still the publisher because they got the 2K name. I don't know who's developing it though.
Well, I mean, they're clearly putting more work in.
Right.
Clearly, they're putting more work in there.
It's the intern. He's just him. Guys, how do
Yeah.
I do this?
How do I edit this? Where's the copy and paste button? Oh gosh.
Next up is super exciting news. If you're a broke motherfucker, but apparently have good credit, right?
Would have excellent credit.
Right. Yeah.
have
Xbox
good
All
news.
Access. Do you guys remember hearing about this a couple years back?
A little bit, but like I don't know, like vaguely.
Yeah. It was basically it was a program where you could pay. You'd apply for credit. Basically, you'd apply for it. And you could pay $20 a month, and you would get an Xbox console of your choice. You'd get a game with a bundle of your choice, Xbox Live Gold and Game Pass, and you'd be committed to that $20 a month for 24 months. And basically, it'd be a way of, without having to spend the upfront cost of getting a console, giving you a console.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah,
Actually.
it is pretty cool. It's making a comeback now, and apparently, if you sign up now, leading up to Xbox Scarlett, you're eligible to get the Xbox Scarlett if you sign up now. Yeah.
Just isn't too.
So does that mean I pay $20 now before the actual console comes out?
Yeah, you'd start it now, and then you'd pretty much
It's like a layaway program.
you say it was like a lay.
They just gave it a fancy name.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is
So,
it pay to rent or is it just paying rent?
well, you're supposed to own it, but you're under contract for that payment, basically for 2 years. So like, if you were to that's actually a good question. Like, if you were to stop paying, would they brick your console or something?
No, you were $1 off, man. We can't do it, Betsy. You can't do it. We're gonna break this console today.
That's probably why they link like your Xbox Live, because then they
That-
can just block your account.
That actually makes sense.
But-
Yeah.
I don't know if they. I mean, they do have the ability to turn off and brick consoles. So
Right. Yeah.
at the end of the day, I mean, you never know.
Yeah, you're right. That does kind of make sense. So, but yeah, good way. Apparently, it costs more if you get an Xbox One X. I was not able to find the price on the X price or anything, but yeah. So, pretty interesting. Again, I don't know who this is for. Right, the person who lives paycheck to paycheck but has got a great credit score. I don't know.
The paycheck be alright. Or you can just not take the risk and save $20 in your bank.
Right.
That's fine.
I don't know, but I'm glad it's there. I'm sure. I mean, I hear it's a good. It more options is good, right? So,
Yeah.
So, other news that's not really that exciting, but PlayStation has trademarked PlayStation 6 through 10.
So what was gonna happen with 5? I mean, I assume they already have it.
Well, of course they've got the trademark. So one thing to know is Sony trademarks a lot of random shit and has like no intention of using like half of it, but it's just there. So now that you know, if you were out there and you're just sitting there going, you know what, I'm gonna make a PlayStation 6. Fuck this PlayStation 5. You're out of luck. It now owns Sony, but now you can make the PlayStation 11 theoretically.
Yeah.
And you're still in the clear, but
like 30 years from now.
Right. But yeah, there's that, and then Project Xcloud is in beta. Now that's actually what I was talking to you about earlier about handheld gaming coming back. Mm-hmm. If it is, I feel like this could be at least one iteration of it. Now this lets you stream Xbox games to your Android devices. It's only on Android right now, and it's in beta. I signed up for the beta. Haven't heard shit yet. I will let you know as soon as I do, because that sounds like something I'm going to play. Like, Gears in bed sounds amazing to me. I mean,
Gears in bed? That doesn't sound bad. That sounds hurtful.
Well,
sounds painful.
You're right. If I would have put the cogs in my bed sheets, I would indeed be in pain. So.
Oh my God.
But now they're kind of almost competing with Switch then, because it's got that mobility thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. So it's kind of like, I like this whole streaming thing because obviously, so I guess a side topic right now. Google Stadia is coming out here soon, and I mean it's no secret everyone in the industry shitting on it before it comes out.
Of course.
I mean, including me, but like,
including I
have some good hopes for it.
Exactly. Like, here's the thing though. Like, in a world of options, if you're not gonna give me any, I don't. PlayStation, an established brand, has PlayStation Now, game streaming service. Xbox, Xcloud, coming to your phone. Google Stadia, please buy our shit, please, right now.
Please, we need it. We live paycheck to paycheck.
Right. There's a little tiny indie company, Google, right?
Yeah.
Who could afford to make a real console, by the way. Just putting that out there. Yeah. So.
But then they're more relying on their already big power of having all those cloud storage. Like,
right.
They can stream and.
Well, here's the thing, because I mean, I don't know. It just seems like the other thing I'm worrying about is the numbers they talk about for Google Stadia of how much data you need for internet. It's still bigger than what Sony says you need for PlayStation Now, and it's still bigger than what Project Xcloud says you need too. Project Xcloud says you need 5 to 10 megabytes per second. Mm-hmm. Google Stadia says you need that for 720p, but that's Microsoft's 1080p stream. I think I don't think I'm mistaken on that.
Yeah.
So. I have no idea.
Yeah. Those just numbers, facts.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. This xCloud thing sounds cool because even if it's a little laggy, I won't give a shit. Yeah. I'm playing it on my phone.
Exactly.
So that could be fun at work. Just imagine playing a round of Escape or something.
Right.
So
I actually caught myself. I was at my buddy's house. He was playing Fortnite. I had my controller on me and just happened to just start playing with him. Yeah. We actually won our first game playing. And just the fact that I was playing on my phone, I just had the ability to. That was nice. So yeah. Hopefully they move over to Apple phones, but
right, exactly.
We'll just have to see how their beta does.
I'm sure it is. I think it seems like a lot of game betas come on Android. That doesn't happen without someone giving someone money, or else you're gonna just really. iOS is the is the golden child of most of the shit. It comes to iOS anyway. Yeah. If Android's getting it first, someone paid somebody. So there's that Counter-Strike, not Counter. It was something Rivals, that strategy game on your phone came to Android first. Yeah, Google paid somebody.
Yeah, right. So somebody had money somewhere.
Yeah. So, which I would love to see the facts on that. Does phone game exclusivity mean anything? I wonder.
I don't think they would get to that point.
Right? Who says, well, I was going to buy the next iPhone, but Command and Conquer, Command and Conquer Rivals is on Android. Maybe it's time to switch. I don't know. Also, too, other news fact here, if you are waiting for the next Dragon Age, wow, you're going to be waiting a little bit. Apparently, a news article came out here saying the next Dragon Age isn't available until at least 2022. Now, if you've seen what's been going on with BioWare, this is probably a good sign, but at the same time, I wish they would stop making games and clothes already. I'm not going to lie, it sounds harsh, but this is not the same BioWare that we've had. Did you know this? None of the people that worked on the original Mass Effect trilogy currently work at BioWare.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted to see.
Right. It's a completely different team with the same name. It's I feel like EA is just holding on to the fact that we've got BioWare, which is every game they release seems to mean less and less. So Mass Effect Andromeda, which I hear from trusted sources is a good game, and I'm actually excited to play it, but it bombed commercially and critically.
And the Mass Effect is one of my favorite games. But
Right, and it doesn't sound like we've got a Mass Effect worthy team.
I didn't turn it on. I didn't look at gameplays, and all I saw was just everybody bombing them about obviously graphical structure and stuff. That is a real thing, and I would be disappointed. But the fact that I got bombed so much, I was like, man, I was looking forward to that. After playing Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling this way.
Yeah, I was. So here's the thing. I played about the first hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I really did like it. Through no fault of the game itself, I had to quit playing it. Long story
I had to
short,
stop playing.
this was when I first got I bought it on PS4 because I was gonna play the multiplayer with a friend of mine who said he wanted on PlayStation. Otherwise, we got it on Xbox. But I bought it on PlayStation 4. I play it. The next day, for some reason, I can't remember why, I decided to buy a PS4 Pro. So I then uploaded my save to the cloud. Wiped out the PlayStation, gave it to my buddy, bought the Pro, brought it, tried to download my save. It wasn't there for some reason. And so I just started all over again. And then I save, I come back. The save from the cloud comes back, erases the save that I had just made. But I was already further on that new progress than I was before. And so I'm like, fuck it. I'm done. I'm done.
I can't do this.
So
I can't do this.
That again, no fault of the game itself, but that was my first
Unnecessary
experience. Yep. So I have been meaning to get back to it, but games keep coming out. It's hard to get to. Yeah, hard to get to. But
It's inconvenient, huh?
very inconvenient. Like you and your AOL Pay. Right? We need to trademark
Don't you
that.
knock
Seriously.
off my AOL Pay.
Oh, goodness. So, and then finally, this is last on the news. Oh, not quite last on the news. Fallout 76 and its subscription service. Have you guys been hearing about that at all?
They're doing subscriptions.
Right. For you think are they paying people per month to play their game?
Why am I not getting this money?
No, the apparently game that has a hardcore dedicated fan base that super believes in it. They got a subscription service option, and I'm just gonna say that game has some dedicated fans that are still logging on every day, and obviously Bethesda knows this. I don't think the first thing you greet them with is pay our shit. I know you believe in this game and you already gave the upfront cost and no one else believes in us, but give us some more money, right? I don't know. That's the way you go. The funniest thing about it is apparently an angry fan, bought the domain name for that subscription service first before Bethesda did. And they made a fake website, and it's the funniest shit ever. Allow me to read you some passages.
He said passages.
From this.
Not even a quote or an article, but passages.
Yes. So there's so much to it here. Okay, so private worlds and scrap boxes and more coming, CUMM, to Fallout 76 with Fallout, fuck you first. Ever since Fallout 76 launched, we have consistently done nothing to improve and evolve the experience based on your shitty feedback.
Your shitty feedback. Oh my gosh.
That's why we're excited to launch Fallout Fuck You, a premium ass-pounding membership that offers
Wow.
that offers something dumbass players have been asking for since before launch.
I can't with this guy with his domain. I can't.
It goes on a lot longer than that, but like I don't know. I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
That's my favorite. Hey, have you heard of Fallout Fuck You? Like, what? No, I haven't. Tell me more.
So I mean I'm one of those people who really does believe in Fallout 76. And I'm excited about that free DLC they announced that unfortunately got delayed, which is also other news that was with this too. But not a good look. And I feel like this is my hopes of this game reviving have kind of gone down a little bit. Like I was about like 90% sure. I'm about like 75% sure now. So it's kind of
75.
Yeah. So next up is some Overwatch 2 leaks. So any of you Overwatch players at all?
Nope.
I'm a light. I hop on every once in a while.
Yeah.
Never played it in my life.
I dedicated like a month to it, I think, at one point with my buddy Hunter. Me and him played it pretty much every night consistently for like about a month. fun, but like I don't get the hype.
Yeah.
People keep talk about that game like it's Jesus. You know, have you guys played Overwatch? Overwatch.
It's all
I sold my child to dedicate more time to Overwatch and buy loot boxes on. I don't know. So I'm excited for people who are excited about. To me, it just wasn't that good. Overwatch 2 rumors though. That's getting a lot of people reinvigorated and hyped about the game, even though it already had a dedicated fan base. And I'd say not a moment too late, considering all the Blizzard drama that's been going on, you know? So, with all of China and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really worried for them because BlizzCon is like, I think it might be this week. And this
tomorrow.
China controversy just happened. There are people all over Twitter saying they're gonna boycott it. I mean, there's some people on Twitter saying they're gonna shoot up the place, which
Wow.
is like, and now I was kind of hoping it'd be funny because they say that like the president of China looks like Winnie the Pooh. I think it'd be kind of funny if like people showed up like dressed like Winnie the Pooh. But I don't know. It's gonna. I mean, Twitter is the most toxic place in the world, so obviously it's not the place to go if you're looking for a laugh. I feel like I don't know. Let's do, but
Twitter's dark.
yeah, I don't know.
There's no
But
feelings or remorse.
I probably will try Overwatch 2, but it doesn't sound like either any of us are really that hyped about it.
Didn't even know it existed.
Yep. So, now finally, the topic we talked about last week here, and probably the topic we'll close the show with, Xbox Scarlett.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah! Yeah!
Yes.
I have nothing but hopes for this console, mainly because of all the work that Microsoft has been doing through this generation. It seemed like they identified early on they weren't going to win back the generation. They had lost badly, and they've slowly but surely been building up this ecosystem of value. Like honestly, don't even know what it is. But like, wouldn't you be nuts if you didn't have a PC or nothing? Wouldn't you be nuts not to buy the next Xbox already? You know. So like, right now, basically, we know that Halo Infinite's going to launch on it, right? We know that. I mean, from rumors, this might be the most powerful console, next gen console, because I don't think Phil Spencer or Xbox wants to lose the arms race again. I think they're putting Microsoft money behind this thing being the strongest box,
Right.
like real Microsoft money.
And you said that being a powerful device is just like now. Even the topic now, a lot of people are saying that the Xbox One X operates better than a budget PC. Like
Right, exactly. If you were to build, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the show, but yeah, if you were to build a PC with the exact specs of an Xbox One X, it's going to run better on Xbox One X than that PC.
Yeah.
Developers cater to consoles.
Yeah.
That's how it works. So if you want, that's why my argument has always been: if you're going to go PC, you have to go big or just buy a console because there's so much value in a console. Like it. PC Master Race is fine and all if you're willing to spend the money, but the people
About 3 houses is my PC Master Race.
Exactly. So, but yeah, that's why it's always interesting because I feel like the exclusives that launch the first year or two on new consoles are probably the best looking games there are.
Yeah.
Because that's when the hardware is pretty new. So it's obviously not quite as powerful as the most powerful PC at that time because they're not trying to go bankrupt, you know.
Yeah.
But it's comparable at least to like the top end PCs at that point. The games are made for that console specifically. They utilize every ounce of that console. So I feel like those are almost the most beautiful games there is. So
on that topic though, if obviously they're gonna support AMD processor and it's gonna be GDDR6, which is phenomenal.
Right.
That's like about mid-level PC build.
Right.
Now the only thing is when they said that they have backwards compatibility dating back to like 3 generations.
Yep.
Now my question would be: are those games like remastered games? Because remastered games, I would love to have Fable back.
Right.
That would be one of my favorite. That's my favorite games of all times on the Xbox.
we should actually have a dedicated topic about Fable rumors.
Yeah.
That's
That'd be
good.
good,
Good
yeah.
to bank that one. Bank that one.
All right.
But
I'll put it to my saved notes.
yeah. Click.
You want to pin that to my... But yeah, but I think the fact that Project Scarlett has lots of hopes and they're putting a lot of cards on the table, And obviously, you know how I feel about disappointment when people overpromise but underdeliver.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that the console PCs and all those wars, and you are correct that having a console is convenient. Sometimes I just like to go sit on my couch and just lay there and just play the video game. And it's convenient. I don't have to worry about it shutting down or crashing unless you don't have enough power to pay the electric bill. That's a different story. But I think Project Scarlett has some high hopes, and I'm kind of excited that they have backwards compatibility. So.
Right. Yeah, because if you've been kind of tallying up the at home PlayStation versus Xbox right now, PlayStation is having one hell of a time playing any PlayStation 3 games. Like, you just can't do it. There are a lot of PlayStation 1 games you can't play on your PS4 that you can play on your PS3. Like, there's a lot of shit going on. Like, they don't.
I can't keep track anymore.
It seems like no one knows what the fuck they're doing.
It's like the brother and sister fights. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to do that if you're not going to do that.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And Xbox, though, is effectively, close to 100% backwards compatibility. Basically, we've got backwards compatibility for most games you're going to care about. Yeah. Like, on 360 and Xbox. Mm-hmm. And, when they announced that, I believe Phil Spencer, when he said he didn't know if they could do it or not, because he came up there and he was like, we weren't sure we can do it. Finally, backwards compatibility is coming. If you play a 360 game on your Xbox One, it emulates an Xbox 360. You can go in the menus and everything just like a 360. Like that. You gotta take a minute to think about how impressive that is.
Yeah.
It's running.
That's basically running a whole other console within your console.
It's exactly right. Yep. Mm-hmm. While it still operates because you can you can be in an Xbox One party while you're playing the 360 game. Yeah. So
that's pretty legit.
Oh yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then they've got obviously original Xbox 2. Mm-hmm. So they're promising, and then from the looks of it, Microsoft's been promising full forward compatibility too, saying that any games you buy here. Mm-hmm. They're gonna go to you on the next Xbox after this.
That's
so you're
big jump. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Why would you buy a PlayStation 5? Like, why would you even do that?
Exactly. You've already every Xbox game you've owned attached to your profile is gonna follow you. Like that it's your yeah.
Well, since I live paycheck to paycheck, all those games can come back to me.
Exactly. So.
Oh goodness. Yeah. No, I'm excited for. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, and so I guess with this here with the the Xcloud stuff, I don't know. It's Game Pass again. Think about Game Pass. Day one, how many games? If you never, let's say you're a PlayStation fanboy through and through, and you got Daddy's Inheritance or something. I don't know, whatever. But
you got to buy your left nut. Your password and your PSN name.
I don't know what a tattoo in the left nut. If you you buy an Xbox and you've got Game Pass, how many games do you have day one?
I think it's over 108.
Right.
Ready to download.
Exactly. There's, I don't know. And if you think about it too, compared, PlayStation's biggest two canons, Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima are launching before the PlayStation 5 comes out. Mm-hmm. We know, Halo Infinite is launching with Xbox Scarlett. So it's like...
So it's already a dedicated game specifically for that. Like, that makes me hype. But then PlayStation 5 is like, oh, what are you going to throw out there?
Exactly.
You already gave me your big guns.
You're too big. What? Knack 2, right?
Yeah. I've actually been rehashing a lot of old games.
I actually enjoyed that game.
Oh, of course you did, Paul.
Of course you did.
No. Maybe Horizon Zero Dawn 2, that'd be a big hit,
That is a phenomenal game.
Yep,
that's the only reason I went back and bought a PlayStation 4 Pro just before that game.
Right. Yeah. Yep, exactly. But remember all those games that Microsoft acquired, was it 3 years ago now? Mm-hmm. They've been silent. We haven't heard anything. Yeah. What kind of bombshell is going to be dropping, next E3? Hey, by the way, here's our big swinging dick. Yeah.
We weren't ready. PlayStation.
Oh man, I'm super excited. So, I don't know. Anyone else got any kind of thoughts, hopes, dreams, ideas?
Crossplay.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. Like
crossplay.
Yeah, crossplay. Like some of my friends tattooed their PSN in their left nut, and some people like Microsoft. I want to play with my friends, but they don't have an Xbox.
Come on, full transparency. Let's see that scrotum. Right? You got it, don't you?
We need to know
the PlayStation symbols, right? Yeah.
But no, I think crossplay is becoming a big thing now because a lot of people are like the Call of Duty is crossplay or cross-platform. But now, do you think that some games that PlayStation 4 and Xbox player can play together?
So I think that I know that largely depends on the developers themselves kind of allowing access to it. Now, I don't know how true this was, but back when I was in high school, when the 360 was still going strong, people told me that like they heard that Microsoft shut down crossplay, which obviously wasn't the case. This last generation, Microsoft was all for it. Sony was the one being, paying the butt about it. Yeah. I think Microsoft's going to maintain their crossplay functionality, and you know what? There's a lot of rumors too that you're going to be able to play if you're playing like Gears 5. You're going to be playing with your Xbox One friends. If they only got an Xbox One, you've got the next Xbox, you're playing together. Your graphics might look better, but
Mine's gonna be phenomenal. Every pixel is gonna be good to go.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have any hopes or dreams. Just pay your paycheck and hopefully.
Maybe you should be applying for this Xbox All Access.
I don't know. Nope, that's not McDonald's money.
That's me.
Nope.
Apparently, you could buy the Big Mac, or you could buy an Xbox. Who all picks the Big Mac, right?
Oh my gosh! But no. I think is some amazing things coming out. The only thing I really have difficulties with is just phenomenal games come on such a short period of time. But I guess they're not like catering to just one person. They're catering to all the different players.
You don't want to see you don't even want to see my 360 backlog. I don't know. You want to talk about my Xbox One backlog? I've got a backlog in every console I've ever
Your
owned.
backlog has a backlog?
My backlog, a backlog. Oh, I guess one thing I did want to talk about, I completely forgot until this kind of article here that's pulled up kind of reminded me. 8K. Oh. Microsoft and Sony have both been preparing for 8K gaming.
They haven't perfected 2K. What are they going to do?
4K
that is 100% true. Yeah. They haven't. Yeah. Not all games run at even 2K graphics. How rare is it for a game to even run native 4K?
And
now we're going to talk about something that is literally 4 times harder to handle.
And then that's the thing, coming from a person who renders videos all day, I feel like even 4K, even 2K, some PCs, even high-end PCs have a hard time. If it can't run, what's the game called? I forgot what it's called.
Crisis?
Crisis. If it doesn't run Crisis, I don't want it. That's basically it. It's hard to push all those pixels with, you can get a high-end device, but even then, it's so hard to run all those power. There's nothing that can run that. Yeah. But to me, I don't know.
I guess we're also looking at games being over 100 gigabytes for sure.
Right, exactly.
And a whole nother PC and new SSD cards.
Yeah, I feel like next generation, what's really going to be the thing, I think 4K is going to try to be the standard. Because if you think right now, 4K for so long, I know, I remember at least PC people kept bragging about 4K 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. That was actually when I first got into PC game. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Build my PC, 4K, 13 frames per second. Of course they were lying, all right? I should have known they were lying.
How slow that gunshot is. But it looks beautiful.
Yeah, so basically, but 4K seems to be kind of one of the higher end PCs. If you're getting one of the latest card, the 2080 Ti. 4K is the standard. Mm-hmm. And it seems to be like the consoles are going to be adapting that, which is kind of funny. If you think about 2 generations ago, we were at 720p earlier in that generation. We're at 480. Yeah, so 4K hopes to be the standard. I feel like the only thing that's going to be running 8K, maybe Smite, on your console, that would make sense. Rocket League could probably run 8K, but I know they're aiming for it. But there is no prayer your Halo is going to be running 8K graphics.
I've tested some few games like The Witcher 3 versus G-Sync. Obviously, you guys, that's another topic for another time. But there's some games that have higher refresh rate but lower resolution, and then there's a high-end resolution game. The game that runs at high refresh rate looks even better, so most people enjoy that. Right. So then I don't know when truly, I guess maybe for single player games that will look phenomenal, but I don't think for shooter games. A lot of people are trying to push 4K for shooter games. You don't need that. You're not going to care if a person's helmet looks beautiful.
For the campaign, I think you will. Right, but exactly. When you're in, you're going to prefer the frame rate over. You're going to be like, I'm going to shoot him, but he's beautiful. He's gorgeous. Nice. He is gorgeous.
You see the way the wind just goes on your cape? Look at that. I can see every hole.
Could you imagine every firefight they just stop and
everybody, let's gather around the center map.
Look at
I have to say though, I've been playing Counter-Strike a lot. That's what we do to troll people. Hey, let's go meet middle. Let's go check out our guns. And then I think it would be hilarious just to have everybody you do that. Take a picture. 2 enemy teams come in the middle, and then they take a picture, and then they start the fight. I think a lot of people do troll stuff like that, and I think that's why I enjoy the internet. The internet has a phenomenal place. All the crazy things you can see and do.
For sure. So lastly here, I want to talk about pricing on this console.
Don't even get me started.
Yep, the main thing that's going to decide the console wars. So we know Xbox One famously launched at $499, and PS4 launched at $399, and I mean, they got killed. Xbox One had that bad press from the start. You know, the always online thing, and then
I thought it was like a comedy stand-up show. Like we were just waiting for one after the other.
Right, exactly. I'm kind of wondering what, because I think Xbox is really going to be trying to get competitive. They're going to try to be getting the device in the house because they know if they get the device in the house, they've got Game Pass, and you subscribe to Game Pass, they've already made money. You know, so like. I don't know, I think they might be trying to pull off a cheaper price, but I mean at the same time, I think it could be. What if it's the cheaper, stronger console? You know, like, right?
It's a dagger to PlayStation,
right?
There's nothing they can do. It's like, you know, let's just throw the PlayStation 5 in the trash can.
Exactly.
Come on, Bob, just throw it away. People don't want to look at it. Just throw it away.
And kind of just to talk about Microsoft's big swinging dick.
Yeah.
They've got Microsoft money.
Yeah.
Sony has been for a long time. I don't think it's true anymore, but for a long time, they were hemorrhaging money on every division except PlayStation. PlayStation has PlayStation money. Mm-hmm. Xbox has Microsoft money. Mm-hmm. So
Xbox has no money. He's a child that lives on a will.
So I don't know what predictions. What do you think this thing's gonna cost, Qual?
I have to say, with all the subscriptions plus all the games on the DLC pricing issues, I guarantee you it's gonna be $3.99.
$3.99.
That's aiming.
That's a killer price, I think.
$3.99 for the sole purpose that the Xbox One X was $4.99 when it came out.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, and then it's still sold.
Yeah.
But I feel like the $3.99 is the sweet spot. Like I was like, hey, you know what? That's cool. When you see anything that's like $4 and above, I'd be like, nah, that's just. I have to get a credit card. How about those college students? They're not gonna have $5,000 just to throw on a console.
Right.
But I feel like $3.99 would be the perfect sweet spot, and maybe with a 6 months Xbox subscription, or Game Pass. I think
including the box.
Yeah.
You get that that's actually good. And give a free Game Pass trial for 6 months.
Yeah.
You've already out of the box. You paid $3.99. Maybe that's your whole paycheck.
Yeah.
There it is. There's all your games, right?
Now, me as a college student, and I feel like a lot of college students, freshmen and stuff, because when I was in college, I was like, you know what? I have this money, got all this stuff, I'm going to buy me a console game. I want to have my friends over right before I'm done studying. And I'll feel great if Xbox or any game console, hey, you know what? Here's a perfect price that is affordable. But we're going to throw some caveats in there. Here's a 6 months trial. You can try all the games, so you don't have to feel pressed. How are you going to buy $400 worth of a console, but you don't have any games for it? Let's just stare at the console. I'm just going to use it for Netflix.
Look at how Netflix looks, right?
Look at that. So I feel like that would be the perfect price. $3.99 with at least a trial subscription. I think that's my dream, and I mean, obviously we can afford it now, but that's just perfect.
For sure.
Yeah, honestly, I do understand that. That's pretty...
Yeah.
So your prediction, Beto?
I was personally, because they were advertising it to compete with PC. I mean, they're not gonna make it $1,000 console, but I was maybe $5.99 up to maybe $6.99. I was thinking they might be trying to make some of that money back from their previous consoles.
That does make sense.
A lot of money on, but
right. If you're not in the Xbox division and you're higher up in Microsoft, or you what the fuck are you doing? Right?
So,
that makes sense. Okay.
Looking at it from, and I do agree, that stipulation to that price, the only way I would justify that is obviously if I'm sitting in the big chair in council meeting, we need to make the money in the budgeting. I'd be like, we'll make it $5.99, obviously to compete with PC and stuff, because it does have that value. But then again, how do you make that attractive though?
Right.
But and a way to make that attractive, just like the whole DLC, I let you buy a game for $6.99, but I was like, hey, buy the DLC now, you get all these things here for this price. So it's cheaper up front. So maybe they're gonna throw in a year subscription with buying a console at that price. Just like Apple and just like cell phones are doing. They're adding if you buy a Apple device, they give you a whole year of Apple TV. If they can do a whole year subscription, that'd be phenomenal. That just takes out a $60 value for the whole year. Right. So that's the only way I would justify a high price like that.
Right.
So
makes sense. So yeah, well, I don't know. $5.99. I hesitate a little bit on guessing $5.99 because I think like that gives people like PTSD of PlayStation 3 on stage when they're like,
I was waiting in line for that. I was a freshman in college.
And hey guys, listen, you can just get a second job, right? Do you remember that?
But then if you think about it, with their new like way of doing the payments,
right? The Xbox All Access,
with that as an option, just because they know, like, hey, not everybody can pay that much, but people will pay that much,
right?
So the people that aren't able to, they'll go towards that other option,
right? Because something too, I don't know if you guys were the rumors of the Xbox Lockhart and then Xbox Anaconda, which were have been since scrapped, but those were rumors of the cheaper box and the more expensive box of Xbox.
So like watered down specs.
Exactly, like pretty much launching the S and the X the same day.
That would be kind of nice.
I thought that would be kind of cool, but the fact that they scrapped that kind of makes me think that they might be going for that aggressive push up front. So I don't know if I can guess $3.99. That'd be a miracle. I would love that. I'm gonna guess $4.99 though.
$4.99.
Yeah. So
$4.99 is safe. It's not too aggressive.
Yeah.
And it's not too lenient on the price for the company.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And then still throw in that subscription for
still
free
so
trial.
yeah. I think free trial of Xbox Game Pass for 3 months with gold. With Xbox Live Ultimate, so it includes gold, includes your Game Pass. 3 months. You buy this launch day. You don't have to buy any other game. Do you think Halo Infinite's bundled in?
I would think so. That'd be kind of great.
I mean, with Outer Worlds, I'd see like it wasn't the most hype, but with Halo, it's different. That's Xbox's baby.
Right? I feel like they kind of, because I feel a lot of the games we've talked about this too. A lot of consoles will sell at a loss, make up their money back with the games. I guess I kind of see the argument of being like an exec saying, let's at least make sure we make a profit when you buy the box and the game together. So I feel like getting a Halo Infinite bundle with 6 months Game Pass, everything for $3.99 is a little too hopeful.
Yeah.
But anything they probably go more towards like the Legendary Edition of that.
Right.
Xbox,
Yeah. Exactly.
Certain
That would
colorway or maybe it even comes with the Pro controller.
Yeah.
Like something like that. That's a little too hopeful.
Right.
But,
Exactly. So we can hope. But otherwise, I think that does it for the world premiere of episode 3, Gears League and Xbox podcast. Any closing statements, my good sirs?
Hashtag frugal life.
Oh snap! Hashtag frugal life until this console comes out. So
until this console comes out.
All right, exactly. But anyway, guys. Alrighty. Well, take care. See ya.